Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I thought I'd do a quick, brief video covering the executive order because it highlights a very important point, one that was shared by a politician on his Twitter page, and one that I'm going to highlight in this video. And I'm going to start it out by saying congratulations. Congratulations to the XRP Army and those who have believed in the cryptocurrency industry. Things are moving fast. We need to be ready. But let's cover this executive order, and I'll pull out the point that's very noteworthy. And sometimes it's not just what you say, it's what you don't say. And in this instance, it's both. So we can see the executive order here, the policy, and one thing that I noticed that it did, it most certainly was referring to the cryptocurrency industry, as you can see here. In November 2021, non-state issued digital assets, notice what they referred to, not digital securities. Digital assets reached a combined market capitalization of $3 trillion. We know where that's pointing. That's only one direction, one market, up from approximately $14 billion in early November 2016, in case you wanted to disagree with that. This is most certainly referring to the market cap of the cryptocurrency market, of which it is being referred to as non-state issued digital assets. Of course, they left out the word security. Now, that doesn't mean there's not securities, but words mean things. So this executive order covered its objectives here in Section 2. And those objectives, it says the principal policy objectives of the United States with respect to digital assets are as follows. We must protect consumer, investors, and businesses in the United States. We must protect the United States and global financial stability and mitigate systemic risk. I can say so much about all that. We must mitigate the illicit finance and national security risks posed by misuse of digital assets. We must reinforce United States leadership in the global financial system and in technology and economic competitiveness, including through the responsible development of payment innovations and digital assets. We must promote access to safe and affordable financial services. And we must support technical advances that promote responsible development and use of digital assets. Wow. Congratulations, XRP Army. Now, as we know, there's a lawsuit going on with the SEC against Ripple, the company that uses XRP and its technology, XRPL, on-demand liquidity, and a bunch of other items for their platform. Let's take note of the level of priority giving to those who will be involved in coordination of this executive order. We will go through them. Starting now. The Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs and the Assistant to the President for Economic Policy, National Security, Economic Policy, shall coordinate through the interagency process described in the National Security Memorandum 2 of February 4th, 2021. The executive branch actions necessary to implement this order. The interagency process shall include, as appropriate. Now let's look at all who it includes. The Secretary of State, the Secretary of the Treasury, the Secretary of Defense, the Attorney General, the Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of Labor, the Secretary of Energy, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, the Director of National Intelligence, the Director of Domestic Policy Council, the Chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, the Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, the Administrator of the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, the Director of the National Science Foundation, the Administrator of the United States Agency for International Development. Period. So someone was left out as being a primary player in the interagency process, and maybe just a foot soldier for all the rest. Who does that include? Well, representatives of other executive departments and agencies and other senior officials may be invited to attend interagency meetings as appropriate. May be invited. With due respect for their regulatory independence. Representatives of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the Federal Trade Commission, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and other federal agencies. The SEC has been relegated to representatives and other executive departments and agencies and other senior officials who may be invited to attend. When it comes to an executive order regarding responsible development of digital assets, that speaks volumes of the SEC's relative importance going forward. Maybe Mr. Gensler will recognize that too, because Tom Emmer certainly recognized it on his Twitter page. He says, most fortunately, the EO doesn't ask the SEC to weigh in. Now, we just confirmed that they may be asked to weigh in, but they are not included in the development of digital assets. Certainly, if it was a security, they would be of high importance in being a part of the coordination of this executive order. So that's some pretty powerful information, not just by what it says, but what it doesn't say, and the order in which it says what it says and what it doesn't say. And so that's very positive for us who own XRP. It's very positive for the Ripple lawsuit. And I know Garlinghouse and others have said very positive words about it. But this is something that just I felt needed to have a video from me. DK will talk about it. The SEC was relegated to a maybe in this executive order, which is very promising for that lawsuit, that litigation that's going on with the SEC v. Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and Larson. Well, folks, I'll end it the way I started. Congratulations. Congratulations, hang in there. The road might still be rough, but it's a road worth traveling, folks. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.